Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to be reacting to Octavia Blake tribute The Darkness Within. This was another recommendation by one of you all. I'll try to link that right here to show you guys who recommended this video. This is also by the Warleader Productions channel. I was never a huge fan of the show, but I am curious to see what elements of this are from the previous video that I watched, which I'll also try to link up here. And yeah, let's just get into the reaction. I'm not sure how this is going to go. That's episode 1.
Where are your people?
First breath of fresh air for humans in centuries or whatever. Apart from the grounders.
I'm not tree crew, I'm not sky crew. I'm nothing.
Look at yourself. It is time to stop playing grounded before you get yourself hurt.
I'm not playing anything. This is who I am.
Bellamy's being rude.
This is who I am. Sorry, Val. I don't fit in here. You made me hide under the floor.
Her story of like the first, I think, what is it, 10 years or probably 15 years or so of her life is actually quite sad. Like having to pretend like you don't exist and then also just hiding under like floorboards for years. That's just sad. And also, it's kind of surprising that in a giant spaceship you're actually capable of hiding under floorboards. That's interesting to me. I would think that the floors would be like some type of mesh metal or something, but hey, that's neither here nor there. I mean, her story is just sad to start off with. Like, I think that she had the most interesting starting background of pretty much any of the characters. I mean, Bellamy's story was also quite interesting, but it was made interesting more because of Octavia more than anything else. And then on top of that, the whole thing with Clark's story, I don't remember too much about what they said about her. I know she was like super into art or whatever, which I really liked because I enjoyed doing art when I was younger. But beyond that, I don't really remember anything more about her. I know her mom was on the council, is that what it's called? I don't remember if it was called the council or some other thing, the ruling party or whatever. She's part of that group. But beyond that, like I always thought Octavia's starting off story was the most interesting.
I can make you a great warrior, Octavia of the Sky People. Strength of spirit like that.
So I never really watched this part of the story. Like, I feel like for me, I saw like Indra introduced, but I don't know if I saw like her really take Octavia under her wing that much. Lincoln.
Lincoln was my people.
It was my home.
I love you.
What's the throwdown? Oh, yeah.
Wait, I have a feeling about something. I need to check real quick because the actor who plays Lincoln looks very familiar to me. Oh, it is. Okay. I wasn't sure if I was right or not, but I believe this is the guy who plays Shadow in American Gods, another show that I do want to check out at some point. Just haven't gotten around to it. I think I've watched like a couple of the original episodes of that show, but I haven't watched the whole thing. Anyway, that was a bit of a sidetrack. When I saw his face there, I was like, I think I know this guy from something else as well.
Time. Grounders don't give up. We fight.
Oof. I don't know who that dude is that killed Lincoln. Oh, he got shot in that. Oh, that is I'm surprised it had like that weird like headshot looking thing.
Get your revenge.
That was a bit intense. This is some loud music, by the way. I need to lower that. There we go. Much better. That was very, very loud. My ears were like, what the heck are you doing? Oof, she is sweeping a lot of people's legs with knives, man. That is brutal. That's a cool edit right there. I really like that edit actually, where it's like with the dun 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 dun, the lights seem to pop in and out right there. That's actually quite cool. That's a very interesting editing choice. Yeah, they keep doing that. That's quite intense. Like, that's actually very engaging, I think. As like a video in general, like doing something like that, that's very cool. Oh my god, they keep doing it. That's actually really hilarious. And she just kills someone. I'm assuming that's an important character. Next chapter? That's some cool butterflies. They can be sometimes, depending on what you're trying to do in shows. Is this the whole, like, creepy eating people thing? I'm assuming that's what this is. This is like the whole fall or whatever that they showed earlier where like she was making people eat people or whatever. I think. I'm not sure. Because that was weird. When I found that out, that was very, very creepy. What's your new name then? Do you have another name? That's fun. That's a fun feeling. Okay, yeah, this is what they're talking about. Like, her killing people or whatever, or having them killed.
We're all responsible for what it does when we let it out.
Talk to them. They'll kill us if you don't. They're monsters.
Ugh, that is a gross scene right there. Just like biting that cube thing. It's quite gross. And she killed another body. Dropping bodies left and right. Yo, how many people does this chick kill? That's a lot. Oof. Oh, well, that's fun.
Maybe you should find someone who's not afraid of you. Side by side. Like it was meant to be. Sure you're up for this?
Oh, okay, so is she gonna meet up with Bellamy again? I can't tell if this is in her head or not. I'm assuming that like the battle between her and herself is definitely in her head, but like the rest of it, I'm not sure. And
No blood rain in that way. You are one crew,
all right then.
or you are the enemy of one crew.
That's a fun sentiment.
Things that shouldn't be forgiven but are. Because we did them for our people. Our family.
I'm actually getting curious as to also what Bellamy's been up to in the show. Like, does Bellamy die at some point? Or, like, is that in her head? Like, which parts of this, like, is Bellamy all actually there at all these points? Or during that whole story, was that in her head? I'm not sure.
Nothing can change that. I need you to live.
I need you in my life, Belle. Glad you're alive, big brother.
So I'm guessing that they were separated at some point, but I'm not sure exactly what happened after that.
My responsibility. Help me. May we meet again?
Maybe we meet again.
I love you,
Oof.
big brother.
Wait, did Clark kill her? Bellamy? What?
Love you too.
I killed him.
Clark killed Bellamy? What the heck?
I thought you were.
Well, that's a spoiler.
Neither of us could have done what we did, and it wasn't just winning a fight.
Wait, why did Clark kill Bellamy?
It was not.
What the heck?
Let these people die, Belle.
We'll be so proud of you.
I'm a killer.
Alrighty then.
Nothing more.
I am so confused now.
Somewhere. You sacrifice so much for the people you love. You're not a killer, Octavia. You're a warrior.
Okay, so I think I understand up until the whole, like, what happens after, I think what she called it was Blood Rain or whatever, like that character that she created of herself, the Red Queen or whatever. After that, I'm assuming that does she meet up with Bellamy again or not? Like, what happens after that? And also, why does Clark kill Bellamy? What's going on there? What's going on? I have no idea. I know that they butted heads, I think, a lot in the early seasons. Clark, I don't think Clark was one of the leaders early on, but Bellamy was. And then I remember Clark's friend, I think he gets killed at some point as well. The one whose father was in charge of the ship or whatever. I'm curious to know what actually happens. Like, why does Bellamy end up getting killed? And what is Octavia's actual reaction here? Because I don't know if they showed what happens. Like, does Octavia go after Clark after this? I'm not sure.
Your heart is pure.
Also, why do these dudes have, like, text on their foreheads?
I thought I was fighting for myself, but I now know that's not true either. I was fighting for us all.
Mine got a son.
You swore an oath to fight for all mankind.
We are one clan.
One people.
We are one.
S-
Or you are the enemy of one group.
You're right.
Alrighty then.
So are you. All of you. Oh, get up.
Oh, okay, so she hugs Clark right after that. Interesting. So, for the entire series, are people just like... Are the enemies always just people from the planet? Is that just how it goes? I think there's an AI one of the seasons, but beyond that, is it typically just the grounders? And I think at one point there's like a group in like that lived underground or whatever. They have to wear like radiation suits and everything. So is it always just typically people from the planet that are the enemies? I'm not sure. I'm assuming that earlier Octavia actually becomes one of the villains at one point, and then this is her redemption path, right? But I'm curious, like, typically is it just the grounders that are the villains?
Your brother, sister, or the monster who would have watched him die in this very arena?
Who is this dude talking? I don't know. I don't recognize this dude's voice at all. Alright, so that was Octavia Blake. This was a tribute to the Darkness Within. It was fun. I learned, I think, a little bit more, and I think the entire like core story was pretty clear. But I do have questions specifically about what happens to Clark, what happens to Bellamy, what happens to, like, you know, the surrounding characters. Like, who exactly are the people that Octavia is killing? Are they mainly grounders that she's leading? Because I'm not really sure what one crew is. I'm assuming that it's a mix between the people that came from the ship up above, the grounders, maybe the people that lived like underground or whatever and like had radiation issues, right? But I'm not too sure beyond that, right? Like, who are the villains? What causes Octavia to bring them into a state where they're, like, I think eating people? I'm pretty sure that's what this story is telling me, that they're actually like cannibals, right? At one point. And yeah, I'm very curious about that particular aspect of the story. Like, what causes that downfall of the story? Also, what exactly is the blunder that Octavia is making here? Because she like is destroying a farm of some sort. So does that mean like she's destroying the resources that they have access to, and then they have to go somewhere else just to survive? And then that ends up getting a bunch of people killed. I think that's what they're saying. And then also, like, why, like, where is Bellamy and Clark and like the other characters that I actually know? I think like a lot of the main characters, I'm assuming many of them die probably, but like, where do they go? What happens to them? I'm not sure. I really am not sure about any of the other stuff. So I'm curious to see. Maybe I'll watch. I think I'm watching a video about Clark at some point as well. So maybe that'll give me some more to fill in the blanks. That being said, I really enjoyed this reaction. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Did you enjoy? If you liked the video, please like the video. And as always, subscribe if you want to see more from me on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.